What's going on, Lambo View? Welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we're going to be going over how can you get a Lamborghini on a normal income. So we did do a separate video on this about the 3 different steps to getting one. This is very similar, but that video didn't really take off a whole lot. So I did want to kind of rechange up the topic a little bit and get to a title that says how to get into a Lamborghini with just a normal income. And before you kind of get away from the video, I will promise you that it is really possible if you follow just these 3 steps and just stay highly disciplined with it. If you're somebody who can at least just go to the gym and have a routine, then I honestly want to say that you have the discipline that it takes to get to one of these Lamborghinis. So let's go ahead and get right into it on how to do this. So first of all, I will be completely honest. Yes, you can get a Lamborghini on a normal income. There's a couple different steps you got to do. But I will say that these aren't necessarily the fastest steps, but they are the most surest steps that you could take to get into this. First off and foremost, you do have to have a quite high income, nothing crazy. I mean, it obviously helps to have a crazy high income and whatnot, but for all my normal Joes out there, including the past me, I would probably recommend that you get your income up to at least 80 to 100 grand. And even then, ideally you want 300 grand, but let's just be honest that not a lot of us are going to be able to get to that point, and that's completely fine. So 2 things you're going to need is going to be a high income. So I could even say that is $80,000 to $100,000, maybe $120,000 depending on where you live. If it's a high cost area, that's going to be probably the first thing you need to do. To be honest, you could do it with 40 grand. There's definitely something that's possible given enough time, but that's honestly going to be the first thing you need to do. And then secondly, this is the part where a lot of people kind of get off the video. I will say that if you don't think that this is possible, then you're probably going to be shit out of luck, to be honest. So you do have to stay in the sense of thinking that anything is possible, because that's going to be the belief or thoughts that you're going to need to get into this. And I do apologize, my throat is really sore today. Damn allergies. Saving your income is also going to be a huge thing, because you're going to need it for something really big. So saving your income is a big thing. You need to save your income, but a lot of people question, how much do I need to save? You can still do this even if you save 5 to 10 to 20% of your income. Is definitely possible, but again, it's just going to take a lot more longer. What I did to get mine was I purposely kept my cost of living extremely low. Right before getting this car, I was in a small 1-bedroom unit, and it was just me living there at the time. So my cost of living for that 1-bedroom unit was extremely cheap. Not only that, I had the discipline to not upgrade too early. So even though I could have moved out to a bigger place and get a place that had rent of $2,500, I purposely did not do that. And that's what you're going to have to do too if you really want to get into a Lamborghini as quick as you can. My car, in terms of a car that I had at the time, I still have it. It was a Honda Civic. And again, I still have it as my daily car, daily beater. So still got the Honda Civic, completely paid off. So basically what I did, and then thirdly, whenever I went to go eat food, I purposely avoided trying to eat out all the time, because I guarantee you that will also get into your cost a whole lot. So I kept those 3 things very low. I kept my car low, I kept my housing low, my rent low, and I kept my food smart and healthy. And going to the gym helps too, because this whole thing's a mental thing. So if you don't have the mentality to even go to the gym and work out and stay disciplined in that routine, it's going to affect you in a whole nother realm of things, including getting a car like this. So stay disciplined. That's what this whole video is going to be about, to be honest. Once you keep the cost of those 3 things very low, the next thing that you need to do is save your money. So I earlier said save up to about 20% or so. For my people who want to be like me and get the car in your 30s, what you need to do is try to keep your savings at around 40 to 50%. And I know that sounds a lot. It definitely is. But you're hearing this from somebody who's failed college 10 years in a row. So if I could do it, I'm pretty sure that you guys could all do it too. Again, all depends on your mentality. This whole thing's a mental thing. It's not, oh, I can't do it. So you need to tell yourself that you can do it, and then you will. Once you are able to save a good amount of money, and again, you don't have to get up to that 40 to 50% off the bat. You can gradually get there too. Even if you got to start at 1%, I guarantee you that even if you focus on saving 1% of your money to 5% to 10%, it becomes easier and easier and easier, because along the way you start to learn what exactly you're saving your money for. And that is going to be this third thing, which is going to be called investing. There's so many different ways that you can go about investing. You got to do what kind of comes to you. So what I did was simply invest in stocks. Now, I invest in stocks a bit more heavily. You don't have to. And I'm not talking about doing things like day trading and all that. I tried doing that. And of course, 95% of the time, you're going to lose if you try day trading and all that. That's not really worth it, in my opinion, especially for the long term. The type of investing you want to do is slow and steady. And whenever you want to do that, you want to invest into things like the S&P 500. So if I were you, the first thing that I would do to start that one off, and again, you can do this with just saving your 1% of your income. You don't have to save a shit ton. You could literally just save a little bit and then work your way up. So that's completely fine. So what I would do if I were you, I think some PPF is coming off here, or it could just be some wet spots. Oh, well, whatever. What I would do if I was you is download this app called Robinhood. And again, throughout this whole video, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. So disclaimer on that. Do your own research, take your own risk. What I would do is download this app called Robinhood. This is exactly what I did. I downloaded this app called Robinhood, and that was the easiest way to get started. Once you download that app, sign up for it, link up your bank account, and just focus on investing your first $1. And then put it into, in my opinion, put it into the S&P 500, which is the most recommended one by all financial experts, not me. And then once you do that, then what I would do is I would buy this stock called VOO, which is the Vanguard S&P 500. So I would put $1 into that, and then just watch what happens to that $1. Watch it go down, watch it go up. Whatever you do, do not pull it out. Do not pull it out. And then all you really want to do is, as you get comfortable seeing that $1 go up and down, then as you get comfortable, go ahead and put in another dollar, and then $5, and then $10, and then $100. And before you know it, you're going to be putting in thousands. You're also going to see that original $1 bill become into something massive. And that's just the way that the math works. If you still don't get this, you should kind of go watch another YouTube video on how exactly and what exactly investing is. And as you just keep on doing those three things, keep on focusing on building up your income, keep on focusing on saving more, and then keep on focusing on investing more. You keep doing those three things and you'll be in a Lamborghini before you could even imagine. The biggest thing about the investing part is that as you keep on adding money, and as that money originally just kind of stays in there, it'll just grow and grow and grow by probably 10 to 12% every single year on average. So you keep on doing that over and over again. And then, yeah, as mentioned, just watch what kind of happens to that. It's going to grow, and then you're going to feel more intrigued to invest more. And then before you know it, you're going to have enough money in there to buy a Lamborghini. Now, I'm not going to say just go ahead and pull out the whole thing, but at least you have enough to put down for the down payment, a large chunk of the down payment. I probably put down about 50% down on this car. I could put down more, I could put down less, but that was what was just comfortable to me. But the biggest thing about this whole thing is that once you're able to do those three things, then not only will you be able to get a Lamborghini like this, but you'll also be able to accomplish other things in life with that knowledge as well, such as sending your kids to college or even buying a big house. Your retirement is going to be completely paid for, and then you don't have to work. Or with this, you can even retire early. You instead of getting the car, you could even retire in your 30s or 40s. Right now, if I didn't have this car, I wouldn't have to do nothing at all. But I do prefer to kind of keep on doing things to stay active and all that. But yeah, if I didn't have this car, I could be on a beach. I probably could still be on a beach with this car if I really wanted to. But again, two other things, as you're investing into that, as I would invest into that Robinhood account, the biggest one is going to be maxing out things like your 401k and Roth IRA. I personally, if it was just me, I just did the Roth, and then after that, I just invested in also that Robinhood account. And then before I knew it, after about 5 years, things just really blew up. And a lot of people are going to start doing this, so you can expect the market returns for the S&P 500 and all that investing stuff to grow a whole lot faster than what has happened before. There's other types of investing you could do, such as real estate and whatnot, but stocks, in my opinion, are just the least amount of headache and then the most amount of return. So that's what works for me. The other thing too, as you're doing all this stuff and you're getting successful with it, you always want to ask yourself, what is your purpose in life too? So to me, this car is not connected to me in the sense of this is who I am. I have my whole other life, and this car that I have here is just a reminder of who I am. If I had to sell the car tomorrow, I wouldn't feel bad about it. Me even knowing that I had the car is really enough to kind of propel me and give me confidence that I could do whatever I want to do. So that's kind of how you should look at it, in my opinion. If you guys have any questions, write them down below. I'll be happy to answer them and do a video on your questions. So feel free to subscribe, like the video, and I will see you all for the next one.